Hey y'all, I am back again with another grocery haul today. I'm a little late on the haul this week because I got home late last night from a trip out of town. So I'm playing a little bit of catch up today. As you can see, this is a larger than normal grocery haul. I spent just over $100 plus the delivery tip on today's grocery order. A lot of it was restock, refills, and I also got a meat item that I wouldn't normally get today as well. So let's get into it. All right, I'm gonna start over here on this side with the snacky bits for this week. I am on the menstruation part of my cycle this week, so I got foods and snacks that support that phase of my cycle. The chips are not it, but I'll get to those in a second. I got some medjool dates. These are cycle supporting. Dark chocolate is always fabulous for your luteal and menstrual phases because of the magnesium. Bananas are supportive of the menstrual phase as well with the potassium. So those are the snacky bits for this week. I also have a already open box of the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes in the pantry. My mom dropped those off. I did not pay for them, so I'm not counting them towards my grocery haul for this week, but I do have those as well for a more fun, definitely unhealthy, sweet treat this week. For a couple meals this week, I'm going to use these sirloin steaks. Both of these are about half a pound each, so I have about a pound total of sirloin steak. I'm going to put one of these in the freezer today because I'm not sure how I'm going to cook it or when I'm going to cook it next. So one of these is going to go in the freezer for later this week, and one is going to go into the crock pot. For 2 dinners, I am going to be doing steak sandwiches with horseradish sauce. I love horseradish, love it so much. So I got these hoagies for it. I am going to toast those and then put horseradish and steak on it. So those will be 2 dinners. Like I said, I'm not sure necessarily what I'm going to do with that second steak. TBD. The side for that is the chips. Steak, of course, has much needed iron in it. I am slightly anemic, so I do try to eat a little bit more red meat when I am on my period. So there you go. Another couple of dinners this week are going to be posh cheddar pickle sandwiches. If you remember, about a month or so ago, I talked about how when I was over in the UK for summer break, I enjoyed a couple cheese pickles sandwiches. So I've kind of recreated it with ingredients I can get in the UK or here in the US. So I will use some of the hoagies for this as well. I have some sweet relish. Again, this is very different than what would be on a pickle sandwich in the UK, but this is the closest I can find and I like it. So I go with it and it's cheap. Instead of spinach, I decided to go with some tomatoes. I know spinach would have been great because of the iron in it, but I just wasn't feeling it this week. So I got 2 Roma tomatoes so I can thinly slice those. Then some cheddar cheese. For those will be on a sandwich. I'll also probably put a little like mayo or something on it as well. For breakfast this week, I have yogurt, as always. I got a restock of my milk for matcha lattes and to go with this week's cereal because I'm still craving cereal every day. I don't understand. Totally weird. I also got some orange juice because it has vitamin C, which is supportive for this time of year with the immune system, but also it's great for the menstrual part of your cycle. I got the cinnamon crunch for cereal. Decided to switch it up from the Frosted Flakes. I've never had these. I'm excited to try them though. I also got a restock of my apple cider vinegar because I was almost out. I was almost out of flaxseed, and flaxseed is great for if you seed cycle as well. Flaxseed is great during a menstrual cycle because it helps add in helpful nutrients that help support your hormones. My food scale battery died, so I got a couple batteries for that. I'm out of dish soap, so I got dish soap. I only buy the name brand dish soap because every time I try to use off-brand or store brand, it does not go well. So name brand it is. I'm almost out of my shredded parm, so I grabbed another one of these. I'm out of mouthwash, so I grabbed a mouthwash. I'm almost out of toilet wand things, so I got these. But that is it for this week's haul. I'm going to show you my meal plan for this week. Here is this week's meal plan. Some of it might change. For breakfast and lunch, I have yogurt and cereal. I also have some sourdough left over from last week that I can use up. So I'm going to use a couple slices tonight for soup that I have defrosting. And then I might just make some like strawberry butter toast, strawberry jam butter toast as well for lunch. I also have some blueberries left from last week, so I'm going to throw those in as sides. And I also like to put them over my cereal as well. Dinner, I have the steak sandwiches with chips. And then I have written down steak with sweet potato and bread, which would be garlic bread. However, I'm not sure if the sweet potatoes that are in the freezer will still be good. They may be freezer burnt. I'm not sure, to be determined. And then I have my posh cheese and pickle for another couple of nights. Maybe I might do that for lunch. Not sure. Just depends on how I feel and how much time I have. Snacks this week are the dark chocolate, the dates, and the Christmas tree cakes that are already in the pantry. And then cycle supporting teas this week are raspberry leaf and nettle. And I try not to drink coffee while on my period, so I put in matcha. Although today I had a headache, so I had coffee. And I feel better from the headache, but I feel gross from having the coffee today. So tomorrow it is going to be a matcha. Alrighty, friends, that is this week's grocery haul. I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye.